Okay guys, I am back and we're going to start. I know it looks like a total mess, but I promise it'll have a rhyme and a reason here soon. Alright, so now we're going to start decorating, and what I have planned, we're going to need more space to use hot glue on, because obviously we can't use hot glue on this because it'll just like melt right through the plastic. So what I picked is this, but I'm going to back it with this, so that when you open the box, it's still going to be kind of decorative through there. Make sense? Okay. So I'm going to take my art glitter glue and get that glued down. And I have an idea of how it's going to go, but we'll just have to wait and see. And I'm sorry, but this series is probably going to be pretty long. It's going to be one of the longest ones I've ever done. So hopefully you guys don't get too bored with this. But yeah, I'm just having a lot of fun with this one. So, just do that. And I don't care that it's hanging over on this side. What I care about is that it doesn't hang over on this other side. Okay, so now I have this. Now I am going to art glitter glue it down a little bit. Like I'm going to put just a drop over here. Okay, and then I'm going to line this one, I think. We'll see when we get there, right? Whether I did it quite right. Okay. We'll see. Okay, and maybe if I can, I'm going to pick it up and maybe put just a dot over here too. Not much, because unfortunately you are going to see it on the inside, but I would rather it not get caught on things and look just a tad weird than to not be down and be catching on everything. Hope that makes sense. Okay. So now we have a little bit more base, and I am using hot glue just because. Okay, and so I've got this piece of lace, and so I think I do want it hanging over just a little bit, and it's a little too long. So I'm going to get a ballpark idea of where I want it, and then we can kind of cut it. I think in here. And this is part of the lovely stuff that Tuesday sent me. Okay, so it's just a little too long, so I'm going to go ahead and take it up here. Because I want it to drape, but I don't want it to pucker there at the corner. Okay, so let's see. We'll glitter glue over here. Just tack it down a little bit. Glitter glue over here. Glitter glue back here. Oh, I was afraid that was going to happen. Okay, so that antique Mod Podge, it's not always easiest to glue on that. Okay. So, and the key is with like the shabbiness is layers, right? The more layers you have, the cooler it looks. So let's just get started. I found these at Joann's years ago. So, and I think I need my wire trimmers. Let me grab those really quick. I don't know where the little ones are, so we'll just use the big daddies. So all right, just let that cool for a second. Okay, where are my little pieces here? Okay, I think I might want one coming out this way. Nope, still not quite dry yet. And I got strings everywhere. That's all right. A little flash of the blow dryer. Oh my gosh. A little flash of the blow dryer will suck all those strings in. Oh, you know what else I forgot to bring over? My feathers. Everything shabby chic needs feathers. And I'll have to think about where I put them. I can't remember rightly. All right, hang on just a second. And I'll be right back with the feathers. Okay, that wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. Now we just have to decide whether we want pink feathers or white feathers. I'm not sure. We'll just kind of snip a couple of each. I wish they were a little bit lighter color pink. I have tried to distress them and I haven't had very much luck with it, so yeah, there's that. Oh, and what I'm using, it's gonna crack you guys up. At the dollar store, you can get these boas in the kids section for $1. So yeah. It's almost too stark, right? I'm not liking that part. We're just gonna add a little bit of fuzz in there. Do I like that? Or do I like... I think I like the white a little bit better in there. So again, just layering. And then maybe we add, we can still use this one. Add a little bit, maybe coming off the side here. That little tool is pretty slick. Okay, we'll need a couple more. I think before I do that one, I think, yep, there's one. But I don't think I like the way that is hanging. Oh, let me cut out another one. I think I might art glitter glue this one. Maybe you'll art glitter glue this one. need something else dangly right there. What else do I have? Ooh, maybe. I think we might have to do. Well, all else fails. There. Perfect. You like that? I kind of like it, but I think I want to wait to decide for sure. Okay, we'll wait on those. I like it, but I think we just... all right, I'm going to cut one more of these. That one's kind of bodgy. So sorry if I'm kind of quiet, guys. I'm just really focused. So, you know, it's kind of silent movie era, I guess. Okay, better, better, better. We like that. And I will not claim to be the best shabby chic maker, but I like it. I'd love to do it more often. Okay, don't like that end piece there. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and open these because I think I want to fill out a little bit more with these. And I have one more package of these. I have them in several colors, but this one's kind of the champagne color, and that's kind of the color I'm going for. Kind of the creamy, champagne-y, pinky colors. Okay, and these are pretty easy to like maneuver. So I was thinking, what if we had, oh, that might be too much. Too much on that side. Let's get one of the ones that has, oh, I thought there was individual ones. No worries. You know what we'll do? We'll just make it shorter, right? A little bit here. Okay. Oh, gosh darn it. Okay, that'll be all right. I am going to add just a little bit before it really sets. I'm going to add a little to this end here without getting my feathers in the way. just to make sure it's like secure to the box. So we're not getting any movement. Okay, and I think I'll do the same thing on this other side. I don't know if it was a spring clearance is where I got these. And they might still kind of carry these from year to year, but yeah, it was a spring deal. Again, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right here. So it's like secured in both areas. Okay, all right. Now, we want frou in there, right? Like, I think this is where we can add some pink. So, do we want to just do strings? No, I don't really like it just in strings. I like it kind of how I do it. Even if that means I have to use a few more pieces of it. I like kind of just being able to just put it wherever. And we might get lucky and that hot glue is still setting. Haha, we did. Look at that. So, out like that. We won't get that lucky over here on this other side. Bring it out. I'm going to art glitter glue this though, maybe. Oh, I will be right back, guys. Bye. Okay, guys, sorry about that. All right, so I'm gonna keep on keeping on, and I am gonna add a few more of these little tendrils. A lot of them will be covered up, but I want just a few kind of poking out. And then we'll move on to the beads. Oh, it's all quiet here. I'm kind of here by myself, so. Well, the dogs are here with me, but they're all taking naps. Jessie finally laid down to kind of take a nap, so. Oh, maybe right here. Okay. Yep. Okay. that dry for just a second. I'm trying to think what else we might need before we start the other process here. I brought some of my beads. Of course we need those. Okay. Now, the tricky part here, because that should have been one of the things we put down first. I mean me. And I believe this stuff is called Stamos or Stamus. And I have not been able to find any in the stores. This is stuff that came out of Grandma's stash. Stamens, I think is what it's called. I have seen it to where you can buy it online, but like anything floral related online, it is kind of spendy. So, hence the reason I haven't ordered any for me yet. Ooh, ooh, warm, warm, warm. Okay, and I think we'll just end up using all three, so I'll just take it out here. I bet you know what, where I haven't looked? I haven't looked in the bridal section. I bet you could probably find some there. I'll have to remember next time I go into Hobby Lobby, maybe I can find some there. And if I work quickly, I could probably put that one in that bubble glue too. How about that for double-handed? There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking along here. Okay. So I think I'm done with my layering. But to make sure, we'll just kind of put, because I think there's actually going, maybe we just want one flower. I was thinking maybe we might want 2 or 3 up there, or 3. Nope. Didn't I have another bigger one? Did I let me? Oh, there it is. Nope. Now I'm really wishing I had put, I do like that one. I do. All right, so I think that is the one that goes down. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have a box. Wow, wow, wow. I can't say that I don't like that. All right, check that out. Really pretty, huh? From the sides. We've got some stuff hanging out. Gorgeous. Okay. All right. This is not all for the video, but I'm going to go ahead and stop it here because we're going to start the cover to the book, but I've got to kind of move some of this stuff. Oh, you know what? I wonder if we put a couple of those in there. Yeah, let's try it. I'll cut one off and then we'll just see what we got. Okay, again. Go ahead and burnish that little piece off. Oh, that looks cute, huh? Do we like it? I like it, but it kind of just seems like out of place a little bit. So we'll find a place on the cover. Okay, so I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, I am back for a little bit, so we'll see how far we get on the cover. And I decided that we needed to bind before we decorate the cover, because I think it might be too hard to get in and out of this stuff. So like when I'm binding, I think it might end up being an issue. Okay, so I've already got the signatures together. So I've gone through and double checked to make sure all my papers are upright. Okay. Okay, so I know you guys have seen this before, but this is all part of the process too. So, get our pages together here. Oh, you know what? Okay, so this might be a good opportunity too to show you what I do and how I determine. And I should have thought of that before I got back on here. Okay. All right. I'm trying to think where that is. I'll just show you guys. Give me 2 seconds to go get the graph paper. And I'll show you how I do my spines and the templates for it. Yeah, I think I might have inadvertently got rid of that template. So we'll just make a new one. Bear with me a minute, guys. I just got to figure out which drawer has the graph paper in it. And I probably should have paused the video for you guys. Oh, there it is. Got it. Alright, so I use graph paper on all of my spines. So, see this spine here, I believe is about 2 inches, but what I do is I set my graph paper down in there. And I kind of do that. Kind of do that. So I have a rough idea. And I actually think, let me go to my cutter really quick and just cut this because it'll be so much faster than hand cutting. Sorry I'm off camera for a minute, guys. Please bear with me. I'm also kind of, I don't want to say in a hurry, but kind of. I got to finish filming this one and then I got to go get our girl. She's at Bible study. So, yeah. I got to go get her here in a minute. So, but I wanted to, I'm at that process stage where I really need it to come together. So see, it's about lined up right there, right? Okay, so then what I do, I'm going to set this out of the way for a minute. I fold in half. So I'm, like if you're doing 3 signature, this works beautifully. Okay. Okay, so then I have, let's count how many squares, like full squares. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, about 3 on each side, okay? So then to do these, okay, so there's the middle one, right? Since I'm only doing 2 signatures, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this up to about 2.5. Here, and I know I showed this a long time ago, but we have a lot of new kids, so okay, so yep. Okay, then bring this one, this side over to about 2.5 squares. So it's going to line up with this blue line because I have almost a half here. Okay. Oop, and I'm off a little bit here. Let me adjust that. Okay, so then you can kind of tell right here I have my 2, right? Okay, and then I look at it. Okay, it looks about right spatially, right? From here to here to here. Let me see if I can pick up my marker. If I got one handy. I don't, so we'll just do this. So my lines are right here and right here. Okay, so you can kind of tell from here to here to here, it all looks pretty even, right? Okay, so then you have your creases going vertically. Now we're going to take this and take this and fold it up here. Okay, we're going to crease it. Okay, then you're going to open it back up and you can kind of tell, I know on video you can't, but right here is center. Okay, And then right over here is center for that other one, okay? Okay, now you're gonna take your bottom piece here and fold it to that middle line, right here. Okay, open it back up, and right here, and then right here, okay? And turn it around. Again, take this piece here, line it up to the middle. Okay, open it back up. And then we have here and here. So see, we have a template evenly spaced all the way through, from top to bottom to the middle portions here, okay? Then what I do is I bring this over, and this bottom, I know it's the bottom because it's got the lesser sides and I only stamped the top. So I take my clips here and here, making sure it's pretty well lined out there. And I'm a clip shy, so we're gonna steal from this signature for now. Okay, we're all clipped in. And then I'm going to take my awl, poke it in the first one, being careful not to get my fingers on the back side. Over here. Here. And here. Okay, so see, we got our holes here. Okay, then I always put like a mark here, and then I mark it top. So if I put this back in my signature for the first signature, since I've marked it, now I know that this was for the first signature, okay? Okay, so then I take this and I kind of have to eyeball it, right? And then I take my pen and I mark where each little hole is. Before I lift it up, I check to make sure all three of my holes have a pen mark, and this one didn't quite take, so I'll just do a little more. There we go. Now I can see where that is. Okay, so I'm going to poke my middle hole. Like so. I'm going to poke my top hole here. Okay. Find my bottom hole. And you can use a book to poke into. That's perfectly fine. I don't, just because I never think about it. Okay, so that's signature 1. Signature 2, I'm going to clip this back in. Okay, and so then we know that one was signature 1, so then we'll go here to the signature 2 and lay it down. And we're using the ends of the graph paper to kind of line it up to where we think it might go. Needs to go down just a skosh. Okay. I just take my pen in there, mark, mark, and mark. If you're worried about pen marks, oh, and I didn't mark. Okay, so if you're worried about pen marks, you know, use a pencil. Okay, I think that'll work. You can barely see that one. So now that I can see it, I'm going to go ahead and poke it first. Normally I'd do the middle, but no particular reason, really. Okay. And there's the third one. Okay. Now, and I know you guys have seen me do this 100 times, but let me get my needle out. It's all part of the process, right? You can always fast forward if you want. Okay, I'm going to get my smaller needle out here. And I'm going to use this stuff here. It's embroidery floss. And I always go 3 to 4 of the width. Or the height, I should say. 2, 3. I could thread that on there, maybe. Okay, we'll go for signature 2 first up. Okay, and I usually go to the middle first. This is one of those things I don't like doing on camera very often because I always feel like I'm flubbing it up. I don't know how much you guys are actually seeing. Okay, and then remember, you got to have it on like one on one side of your signature and then the other, so you basically make a cross. You can't really see it with this, you know, pink on pink, but pull this one down just a little. Okay, and then we're going to pull tight. We're going to make sure we're kind of lined up here before we tie it off. And then I always make sure that I flip it over and I test it just to make sure that it's tight, because I can't tell you how many times I've thought it was tight and there's like a bubble of string, like it caught up on something, so it's not tight. Okay, I leave it there, and I unclip these, and then I clip these back together. It keeps this signature out of my way while I'm working on this one. Okay, so we need to cut another length. Come on. 1, 2, 3. There he goes again. I kind of tossed my needle like a goober. Okay, right side up. Okay. And then I use my thumb to kind of hold it. Sometimes if it's a really thick signature, then I'll slip it underneath that. Okay, through the top, down through the bottom. Okay, pull this little guy down a little bit. And I have no idea if this one's going to get charms or not. We'll just see how it goes and what happens in decoration. And normally I just do 2, but since this is thinner stuff, I go ahead and knot it 3 times. Okay, there we go. Signatures are in. I'll get rid of these clips. Put our needle back in the bin so that we're not trying to find them. All right, ta-da! Okay, so I have a couple ideas. I'm not really sure which ones are gonna pan out. I kind of like this, but at first I wasn't really liking how dark it is. I was thinking it was going to be light, like lighter. And I think it just had to do with like the distress inks and stuff. So I'm kind of changing my mind. Okay, so this is the picture that we're using for the cover. It's cute. It's Mr. and Mrs. kissing on the couch. I would assume their wedding photo or like part of their wedding spread. So we're just going to ink that a little bit. So for sure this one's going on there. Then, where did that other piece go that Tuesday sent? There it is. All right, so then we have this, and I was actually thinking that seems to lighten it up quite a bit. So I'm going to cut this open a little bit more. And I've got to be a little careful on the spine area because we're a pretty tight fit. Oh, that was one of the other things I was going to do before we go too much further, is to make sure it did fit in the box. But now that we have the signature in, let's make double sure. Okay, so see, I have to be kind of easy and gentle on the spine, right? Because I've only got maybe a 1/4 of an inch. So we can do what we want on the top, but the sides, we got to be careful not to bulk it up. Oh no. All right, slow down, take a breath, right? Yeah, all right. So where was I? Oh yeah, I was cutting this open, right? Okay, but like I said, I got to kind of be gentle on what I put on the cover or on the spine, just so that we don't make it too big. Like I was originally thinking maybe we'd put on a tassel, but I just don't think that that's going to tolerate it. So I'm thinking that I definitely want something to come out. Let's use this side, I think. I want it to definitely come out. Like so. Okay, and then let's just play a little bit. We have some of Shabby Dabby Doodah's flowers. We do something like that, or Amy's kit has some flowers. Let me grab those. So we've got some of these flowers, and I think I like those better. Okay, we'll have to ink those up, and I think what I'll do is I'll cut them apart right here. On both sides and just have the whiter flowers coming up. Peeking out here. Maybe we'll move this back a little so you get a little bit of the color back through there. Okay, and then maybe let's clean that out a little bit. Maybe bring it back around. maybe something like this. Let's clean that out a little. Round it out. Okay. Okay, now one little lace or something over here. I have a little tiny piece of this pink left. So I was thinking maybe something on the edge of the photo here. And then for continuity, we could add some stuff like this. I have to cut some straighter pieces, I think. We're just getting an idea here. So. And then I have all these little ones. And then we'll kind of doll it up just like we did on the other thing. What do you think? Of course, you can't answer me right now, so... And then I think I'll want a little something up there, so maybe that's where we add one of those little flowers. And oh, wait. I distressed a little heart. Okay. All right, because then by that time we'll use a few of these little guys, right, to kind of cohesive. By George, I think we have that. Okay, so let me ink these. Get these out of the way so I don't mistakenly grab them. Okay, it's all been inked. That's been inked. That one's all right. Cut other pieces of that. Okay, so let's figure out, see, we want it about here. So, thanks. Oh gosh. Okay. That's not going to work. All right, you stay over there for a minute. You get off my board. Okay. Well, Tuesday, did you ever think your thing would come in this handy? Ooh, I almost cut the back cover. How bad would that be? Yeah, that would not excite me. Just when I'm starting to love it, right? Sorry, I know that's probably getting on your nerves hearing that glass. Okay. I'm just like, okay, what can I get to hold this? Well, let's try your ruler. And then let's try this little guy. I don't know. Bodgy crafters, but you're getting a first-hand look at what we do to line up our stuff. Is that yep, that's the right side. A lot of us just get really high tech, right? Didn't cut that overly straight, but you know what? It's shabby chic, so it doesn't bother me. All right, so I'm going to use the Art Glitter Glue because it dries like crystal clear. So I guess I'll just take that off for now. So I'm just going to randomly put this on places. Okay, down a little. And we can always trim off anything that we need to. Okay. Oh, I'm getting excited, guys, to have this done. Yeah, the inside of this thing, oh, that's what I should have done. I should have just said, okay, we need to break for a minute and work on the inside, because I was going to put sew a bunch of lace in. But you know what, that's all right. I know I've done the sewing in part before, so we are just going to glue in the laces this time. No harm, no foul. I wouldn't have used different color thread anyways, so I would have used this pale pink, so you wouldn't have even really seen it anyhow. So you're all good. Okay. Let's see. Now we want to glue these portions down, right? But we still want some of that showing through. Oh, my hands are drier than the Sahara Desert. That's what happens when you're messing with paper all the time. Okay, then we need this lace, and I think I am going to run it the whole length of the book. Okay, and then I'm just going to touch around in here a little bit, mostly at the top because we're already going to have a bundle down here. Okay, now let's throw on these little guys. Nope, not over her face. Okay. I think I like it like this. And then I think, you know what we're gonna do? Because we can, and we're making it frou-frou. We are gonna put Winkastella on it. Why does that always happen to me? Just a little bit. Just put a little sparkle in there, right? Perfect. Okay, it is coming together. Okay, so let's glue. Oh, and there goes the inker. Hope we don't need it anymore today. Let's put our little heart up here. Okay. Now, see, I need to cut a couple more of those big pieces out. Oh, there it is. Some that are just straighter. I'll still use the other ones that I've cut. I'll just wet them down and lay them flat, but I really just don't have time to do that right now, so we're just gonna take it straight out of this stuff. So okay, put it here, right? And then do we want to set one back a little further out of the picture? Yes, yes we do. Why, yes we do. That does look good. Okay. Now we decided this flower, right? Because it's cohesive with the top, right? Yep, little pink flower in the middle. All right, let's get our... I was just wondering if we wanted just one, or I think so. There's my other one, but I don't really like the way that one looks. So maybe we'll save the one for, I guess now that I bent it, it doesn't look too bad. But I was thinking we would put the 3 going up. Right in front of your face there, goober. Okay, so we'll put this one here. What I'm thinking. Okay. Like so. We'll put this one in the middle. Like so. Take this other 3. just like this. Okay, and then we'll add our little frou, like our feathers, right? Any other thing like that. Yeah, I think once it gets all the other little frou on it, I think I'll really like it. The only thing is the stamos. And did I bring the right jar over? I don't think I did. All right, guys, I am going to have to call it a video. Sorry, we're kind of in the middle of this. But when I come back, we will have the cover finished. And yeah, I'm going to not edit, but slice some videos together and get this one up. You'll probably see it on Thursday, I believe the day is. So I hope you guys are enjoying this, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.